Are you a student who's using Terminal in a bunch of different classes? Or maybe you're someone who's working on a bunch of different projects at once? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can customize Windows Terminal to have tailored profiles per project so you can easily jump into your environment without having to do too much navigation. So with that, let's just jump right in. Okay, so here we are in Windows Terminal, and the first thing I want to do is create a custom profile for my class or my project. So we can do that by going into the dropdown here near the tab and then selecting settings. Now in settings, we have the ability to create these profiles, which are listed here under profiles on the left. And each profile points to the shell that it's running. So this one runs Windows PowerShell, this one runs command prompt, etc. And we can duplicate or create new profiles that still run the same shells that we want, but we can style them and set different settings differently so the profile behaves in a specific way when we launch it. So if I scrolled all the way down to the bottom, we can select add a new profile. And the easiest way that I've found is to just duplicate an existing profile. You can start from an empty profile. You'll just have more fields to fill in by hand. But for now, I'm going to duplicate my PowerShell profile. And now I have one that says PowerShell copy. So let's rename this as our first step. So this could be the name of your project. This could be the name of your class. It can just be PowerShell 2.0, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to call this cat website because I've been working on a cat website, but you can name it something like data structures or computer science 1 or that sort of thing. And then to give this a little bit more power, I'm going to change the starting directory to be where the project of my cat website lives. So if this were for a class, you could point this to your folder where you're keeping all of your class projects, and then you can easily just CD into whichever folder you have for a specific assignment, rather than having to type the whole path every time you jump into Terminal. So I've already browsed to my cat website. I'm going to select this folder, and then I'm going to hit save. So the starting directory is where Terminal will open this profile to when it launches. So here I have cat website now that I've hit save. So this is the profile we've just created. And when I launch this, it's going to automatically start in the folder that I set, which is my cat site. So this is a quick way to jump in, especially if you're doing stuff for specific classes or if you have a project that you want to set as its own profile. Now we can go even further. So my cat website requires a server to be run so that I could see the site in my browser. And that requires a command to be run in order to spin up my localhost port. So what we can do is we can actually create another profile that automatically runs this command when I open it. So I just have a one-click start my server profile. So I'm going to hit back to duplicate profile, and then I'm going to select cat website because we've already gotten our settings a little bit further along. I'll hit duplicate. And then I'm going to say that this is my cat website server. And then what I'm changing here is I'm still going to leave PowerShell.exe as the command line executable because I want PowerShell to be my shell. But then if I type -c, this is going to allow me to send a command to PowerShell when it's launched. So in order to start my server, I have a Python command. So I'm going to run Python. And then we'll put in my server. And then it's on port 8080. And I'll hit save. And we still have my cat site as the starting directory. So now in my dropdown, I have cat website and cat website server. So when I click on the server one, it's going to automatically kick off my web server serving on port 8080. So then if I go into my browser and head to localhost 8080, here I have my cat website up and running. So we've created two profiles, one that just takes me to my cat website project folder so I can quickly do what I need to do in this project. And then I also have one that automatically kicks off my server and then it's just running exactly like that. But maybe I want to group these together so I don't have two items separately in my drop-down list. If I head back into settings and go to new tab menu on the left, this allows me to customize what this dropdown looks like. So right now it automatically defaults to just remaining profiles. So that's all of the profiles that I have visible in my dropdown. But I can add, let's say, a folder. And we could just put in some cat emojis for the name. You can also just give it a real name, but cat emojis are fun. And then in this folder, we're going to edit it. And then I want to add those 2 cat website profiles that we have just made. So here I'm going to find cat website, add it in. You can see it's here. And then also cat website server. Okay. And then we can hit save. So my new tab menu is all of my profiles that I haven't said where they should go, and then my folder with 3 cats that should have my cat website profiles in it. And that's exactly what we have. So here are the rest of my profiles. Here's my cats. And then in here, I have cat website and cat website server. So I could group this by class. So this could be my data structures folder. I could have my comp sci 1 folder. I could have my web design folder. You get the idea. And the same works for if you're just working on different projects like myself, I'm working on a cat website. Now, another tip is, let's say I'm working on my website. I've opened my cat website profile and I want to kick off my server, but I want to see how it's doing at the same time. This is where split panes become really handy. So if I go to my dropdown, head into my cat folder, and if I hold Alt and click on the profile, I can split my pane. And now I can see this profile that launches my server on the right, and then I can do my work on the left. And I can easily see what's going on in my server, all in the same view without having to navigate between the tabs. And now that I have them split, these profiles look very similar. They're both on black backgrounds, the text is white. It's hard to tell the difference between them. Well, we can customize these a little bit more. So back in settings, I'm in my cat website profile here on the left. I want to change the appearance of this profile. So one option is we can just change the color scheme. So Windows Terminal comes with a bunch of color schemes already included in the box. So we can pick 1/2 dark, for example. And then I'll hit save. And now we can see that the left side is a little bit lighter than the side on the right, which is our server profile. But if we wanted more color schemes, there's a really great website called Terminal Splash that's been made by the community that has a ton of different color schemes to pick from. So if you see a color scheme here that you like, you can grab it and add it to your profile. So let's say we want this one called Aurelia Retro. We can go to code and we can copy out this JSON blob and add it to our settings file. So we've copied it. Now let's go back into terminal. And then here on the bottom left of the settings page, you can see open JSON file. And Windows Terminal settings is powered by a simple JSON file, making it really easy to modify. So in the JSON file, if we scroll all the way to the bottom, we can see this item called schemes, and we can paste in that JSON object that we just copied of our new color scheme. And then we'll hit save. And then if I head back into terminal and I pick a different color scheme, we can see that Aurelia has now shown up at the top. And I can hit save. And now I've added another color scheme to my terminal, and I can use this color scheme on any of my profiles. And now maybe the color scheme isn't enough. Maybe you want even more of a difference. So let's leave our cat website profile on the left as is, because I really like this pink color scheme. But on the right, let's change it some more. So we can add a background image to any profile that we want. And we can do that here for our server one. So here's cat website server. We're going to head into appearance at the bottom. And then if you scroll a little, you'll see background image as an item. And here it takes a path to an image, either on your machine or in OneDrive, wherever you have your background image. And you can also just select it to use your desktop wallpaper if you want to do that too. So I'm going to grab the image I've just downloaded for my background. And then there are also some different stretch modes if the aspect ratio doesn't quite work for the image that you've picked, or if you want a little icon or something and your image is smaller, you can change your stretch mode to none, and then you can also just put the icon in a corner or in the center of one of the edges of your terminal too. But the picture that I've used is a full image for the whole background, so I'm gonna select uniform to fill. And then lastly, you can change the opacity of the background image if the text is a little bit hard to see. This will make the background color of your color scheme more opaque and your background image less opaque as you move this slider down. So we could put this to like 80% and I'll hit save. And now I have a cool purple background on the right. So I know this is my server profile. And I still have my pink Aurelia color scheme on the left. So I know this is just my website profile. So now you can go create custom profiles for each project, and you can even set up profiles that start your servers if you need them. So go ahead, get customizing Windows Terminal, and as always, happy coding.